All right, people, we are live and we are about to start in just a few. All right, had to make sure that damn sound was on there. Now, tonight we got I think 5 topics to get through. Before we get started, of course, I want you to just let me know that you can hear me and see me, which you should be able to because I can hear and see my damn self. But let me know that everything is all good before we actually get into the show here. Really quick, call them out. Oh no, we're gonna talk about it because this Joe Budden shit is crazy. The city girl stuff is stupid, and we just got a lot to talk about. All right, are you ready? Are you ready? I'm here. Yes, say ready. Hey, I made it. Here and see, great. Okay, perfect. So first things first, guys, I actually wanted to come and talk about this young lady here. Her name is Corey Brodus. This is the daughter of Snoop Dogg, and then of course his wife, Boss Lady. I can't never remember that woman's real name, but anyway, Boss Lady. All right. We seen her last time when she was on that reality show that Snoop Dogg had called Snoop Dogg's Fatherhood back in the day, but she was a little girl then, and now as a grown woman, she's facing a lot of grown issues. Okay, she has taken to her social media to just be honest about the effects of social media, the effects it's had on her mental health, as well as just the struggles that she goes through from day to day. And so I actually wanted to pull up her IG right here because she said the last few weeks, my mental has not been so great. And at one point I wanted to end my life. I tried to end my life, but you and my family gave me a purpose. And as I was reading it, I was like, I don't really like that because no man should ever give you a purpose. God should give you a purpose. That purpose for you to live and to thrive should come from within, not no damn man. Because if your purpose is wrapped up in a man, as soon as that man leaves you, especially you being young, this relationship probably ain't gonna last. Then you're just gonna be a mess again. So I don't like when people say, you're my everything. You saved me. No, ma'am. God, Jesus saves. Jesus saves. That nigga just there. But anyway, she goes on to say, it helped me realize my life is much more important than materialistic things, and you got to just keep pushing through the BS. Thank you. Mental Health Awareness Week. Now, I have to say this. When it comes to Snoop Dogg's daughter and her mental health issues, a lot of it is centered around social media, which she admitted. Look. Corey even said before she even got on social media, her parents warned her that you really don't want to be on there. People are rude, people are mean. And of course, she got on it anyway. And she's read the comments and people made comments about her appearance and they made comments about her weight because she was a lot smaller before. And they made comments about why she looks different than the rest of her family. I mean, y'all have pretty much said that ever since the reality show came on back in the early 2000s. So with all that being said, if she really wants to help her mental health, one big thing she can do is just get the hell off social media. It's really, unless you're using it for business, you really don't need it, Corey. So I wouldn't be worried about, you are the daughter of Snoop Dogg. Were you worried about what these people got to say? But what I have to realize is that even though these people come from rich and famous parents, they still go through issues just like we do. They still have insecurities just like we do. And black folks, this y'all fault. Because y'all know y'all been colorist as hell to this girl. Y'all know, she put up any picture with this man, y'all say he don't really love her. Ain't no way he really want to be with her. You talk about her weight, you talk about her skin color. Let me tell you something about social media and why it's such bullshit. Social media will talk about you until you blue in the face, and then when you change the fact that you blue in the face, then say, why you do that? Why you do that? Why you trying to lose weight? Why you trying to bleach your skin? Like you just have to be strong enough to just fight the bullshit, because most of the shit that people say online, they wouldn't say to your damn face anyway. But anyway, I had to update y'all with that. That girl's going through a lot. And as far as I'm concerned, if I was her, I would get off social media. Forget y'all. My daddy Snoop Dogg, you can't tell me shit. Now, moving right along from that, we got to talk about Tristan Tricky Dicky third trimester Thompson, all right? He will definitely penetrate your womb, affect your future, but not even stick around and see that damn baby come out unless he actually, wants to use you for some clout. But if you ain't got enough clout, you ain't got enough net worth, you ain't got enough net worth or a big enough network, he don't want nothing to do with your ass. And so this is about Tristan Thompson, and the woman on the right, her name is Kimberly Alexander. You can find her on IG under Kim Cakery 305. This is the alleged third baby mother of Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson was on that Kardashian show, and he said, well, Chloe, we got, I can't even do his voice. You have you ever seen somebody and their voice doesn't even match their face? Is he from Canada or something? He has an accent. I do too, but whatever. And he says, I have a boy and a girl, and True needs a sibling. And I'm looking at that True needs a sibling. She got plenty. But I'm just but okay, fine. So If you want to play pretend, if you want to act like you don't got 3 kids, I'll act like you don't have raccoon eyes. It's fine. And I'll act like you actually love Chloe too. We can do that too. But anyway, so this is the baby mama he had. Apparently they have a son together allegedly, and this baby was born before True. So it was the baby he got by Jordan. No, Jordy. Well, Jordy, but Jordan, but not the Jordan he kids. He loved him some Jordans, figuratively and literally. So he got the baby by Jordan, then he got the baby allegedly by this Kimberly here, and then now he has a baby by Chloe, and we're not sure if they're actually together, but him and Chloe is gonna make a baby, even if they're not together, and put it in another pussy. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus. Anyway, so this lady here, this Kimberly, ooh, that's a booty on her. He do like a booty, don't he? He like them thick. I don't know what race she is, but that don't matter. So she claims that even though Tristan Thompson took a DNA test, which he did, she claims that he tampered with it, and that she wants another DNA test because her son definitely looks just like his kids, and she knows that he is the father. Now, I've asked Kimberly to come on the show a couple of times, and the platform is still open when she's willing and ready. But I do have to say this: I cannot post nobody kids here, but we gonna talk about it on Patreon, and I want y'all to tell me on Patreon and for the channel members if that little boy, if you think he look like Tristan or not. I can't really tell when these people. I ain't gonna front with you. Sometimes when y'all have mixed children, I can't tell who they look like sometimes. Can I just be honest? Like, sometimes I see y'all in the store and I don't know. I can't even say it look like a mixture of both. It just, I'm just assuming that's you, because I can't really tell, but maybe you can tell. I don't know. They say, if you want to, if you want to know if the nigga got you pregnant, check behind the ears. Is that true? When you have a baby by a black man, the color start coming behind the ears. I don't know. I heard people say that shit for years, but that ain't important. What's important is that Tristan Thompson put a lawsuit on her big sexy ass about a year ago because he said that Kimberly was messing up his public image. And I said public image. Now, who's messing up your image more? The fact that you may or may not have another baby by another exotical, which is nothing different than any NBA or NFL player actually does. As a matter of fact, at this point, I'm thinking that it's almost in a black athlete's handbook to get an exotical pregnant at some point, or to dump the black girlfriend / high school sweetheart / college sweetheart that you had when you came in the damn game for your entertainment upgrade, as you call it, because you see one person with it and you feel like your ass gotta have it too. And so I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out how putting a baby in her uterus is gonna mess with your image, when you know what mess with your image? Cheating on Chloe, sad ass Chloe, sad life ass Chloe. That messed with your image more than anything. Do you not remember how you was being dry? Do you not remember how you could not even typing your name into Google Schmoogle for a while? Do you not remember the whole Red Table Talk session that was about you, Tristan, and where you laid your raccoon tongue? But you saying Kimberly was messing up your image. Your image? What image? What image? You got a baby by a woman that was married to a crackhead. How low does it go? You are an NBA player. Nigga, you get paid to dribble a ball. Your whole lifestyle is based off of your genetics, not your brain. What image? Anyway. So according to Tristan, he tells the judge that I have 2 children and being a father is my first priority. I'm speaking in his voice, right? This is from the paperwork, right? He says, and I take the responsibilities of being a father very, very seriously. And I have morality clauses in my NBA contracts. And Miss Kimberly here, Miss Alexander, going around saying that I'm not taking care of my alleged son that is not my son because I did the DNA test and it's not mine, but she's still saying he's mine, but I won't take it again. And that signature on the DNA test look a little funny because I seen the DNA test for myself. He's saying that, this is messing up my brand. This can mess up further endorsement deals for me. And it's just not a good look. And I'm like, just not a good look? just not a good look. And I'm just not understanding why, because whoever expected an NBA player to be moral? Do you actually think that the owners of you NBA players, you I don't want to call you slave in words of field Negroes, but you know, you dribble Negroes, ball Negroes. I mean, you like I said, that I'm gonna mess y'all head up with this. Sports doesn't really serve a purpose in this world. I'm sorry, it is entertainment. Just like entertainment don't really serve a purpose. Like, we're not saving lives over here. We're not doctors. We not. Why do we value these fools that are genetic freaks? All because they wear a size 15 shoe and shoulders is as big as this damn table, and they can throw a ball in a small hole. Why do we value that? Why does he think that this is gonna mess with his brand? Don't nobody really care. He's not even a front runner player. Now, this was well, may you rest in peace, but you know, one that was on Kobe's level, that was a little different. But I don't think we care. As a matter of fact, there can be nothing worse for your brand than getting with a Kardashian. There could be nothing worse for your brand than leaving your pregnant girlfriend for a slut and an ex-wife of another NBA player with a slow talking ass, to leave her after 10 days for another slut who was married to a crackhead. What image? Do y'all understand what image? Because I'm lost. I'm lost and very confused. What brand? So, anyway, Kimberly has gone on to not only ignore this lawsuit, she did not show up for the most recent court hearing, and apparently there's going to be a big judgment put down on her, allegedly. Tristan says that Kimberly owes him for loss of reputation, shame, mortification, and hurt feelings. Boy, bye. You don't get paid for no damn feelings. And Kimberly hasn't responded to this suit. So I'm going to say this, Kimberly, at the end of the day, this man put a lawsuit on you, and you might think that you won't get no judgment put against you, but you actually can, because I don't know if you remember this woman called Tierra Marie, you know, the one that you know got nutted on her face on Pornhub. I do have to say this though, I ain't even gonna front when Tierra Marie got her face nutted on. I was impressed. Okay, I was research purposes only. I was impressed by how good she took that nut to the face. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, and she knew to keep her head at the right angle so it wouldn't go falling down. That's a pro. But anyway, this ain't about nut on Tierra Marie's face. It's about this story. It's either his baby or it ain't. We gonna debate about it in Patreon and channel members. But ma'am, you may want to show your ass up to court, or you may actually want to get an attorney to plead your case, because you know, just like Tierra still owe 50 cents, you mess around and have a big judgment on your ass, and you will really be doing OnlyFans and have to pay it off. So anyway, moving right along from that, we gotta talk about the city girl. Now, we got two stories with the city girls. This shit is so dumb. We're gonna get into it though. So the rap group City, well, they rap. They rap in cursive, but they rap. Now, from what y'all told me, JT writes, and then Young Miami talks, perform. Like, you said, y'all told me JT is the writer, right? That's what y'all said. I don't know. I still give Miami props because she held that shit down while JT was in jail, and then she got pregnant. But anyway, so Young Miami, I'm so used to calling you Carisha now. Young Miami actually took to Twitter to actually ask Nicki Minaj. Wait a minute. Ask Nicki Minaj, can you unblock me? She said, can you unblock me? Everybody wants Nicki to unblock them. We got Lil Nas X around here putting on a Barbie chain. Boy, why did you go? What Chinese person did you pay in the damn mall to go make you that damn necklace to put around your damn neck with some Barbie on it, Lil Nas X? You ain't getting the feature. Let it go. Then Young Miami, unblock me. You not getting the feature. Santana will have that feature before all y'all. I'm just saying, Santana is the only one that Nicki actually acknowledges, and she said that Santana's actually talented. So I'm just saying, the queen has spoken, and she ain't that impressed with y'all. But she has to be unblocked, and everybody has to remind her, do you know why you're blocked in the first place? Because, well, for number one, you said in September 7th, 2020, I hate when I see somebody and they be like, unblock me, and I didn't do nothing. It's like, no, get your hating ass from by me, bitch. Well, maybe Nicki feels the same way. Get away from me. Not only that, do you also remember the interview you had on The Breakfast Club a few years ago, and how when you were asked about, would you ever do a feature with Nicki Minaj, you said, I prefer not to talk about that. But I'm Team Cardi, Team Barty. And you talked about Barty and Barty and Cardi and Cardi and Buddy and Gotti. And you just talked about that constantly. Young Miami, now you know you picked a side. And once you pick a side, unfortunately, you're going to have to stay on it. You're not going to be able to come back in the Queen's Palace. I still don't quite understand why you even had to pick a side, why the media forced y'all to be a part. But just don't act silly now and don't act delirious and delusional now when the girl is not, when Nicki's not going to unblock you. Because like you said before, you Team Cardi. And that was that they hate of the Nicki hate train. All the just everything that come to pass. And not everybody want to get back on the side of the grass is actually fucking green and not brown and burnt. But that's okay though. That's okay. She's still not gonna unblock you though, and you're still not gonna get a feature. And so people just been dragging her, and Young Miami saying I'm not obsessed and I'm not begging, but it's giving begging just a little bit, right? Now moving right along from that. The City Girls also then got into it with the Clermont twins. And I'm like, why in the hell is they into it with the Clermont twins? Now, the Clermont twins is from Bad Girls Club. I can't remember what season. But then I looked them up and two sets of people came up, right? So when you Google Clermont twins, the upper and below come up. And I was trying to figure out, I was like, oh. And then it took me a minute to realize, oh, that's the same person. Like, these are the same people. That's a lot of work. Is that what they was selling all that coochie for? And selling coochie and stealing all them credit cards for? To change their whole ethnicity? Would you call them transracial? The Rachel Dolezal of it all. Were they going for the look of white chicks? What was the look they were going for? I prefer the before. I prefer the black. I mean, I told y'all you come in the game black and then you leave the game looking like a leopard cat. Apparently, maybe sexy feline cat is the look that everybody's going for nowadays. I don't like it though. Ain't it somehow even when they want to be white, they still want the black lips. They still want big lips and a big ass. I guess it's just the nose and the skin and the hair that they feel ashamed of. Damn, I'm surprised they ain't got no blue contacts in their fucking eyes. But anyway, I mean, they just went from looking like normal looking girls to like straight prostitutes. But I mean, apparently they were prostitutes before. I guess, do you call it prostitution when you have a sugar baby selling coochie and stealing credit cards, for a look? Do you think which one went to prison? I don't remember. I can't even know which was which. But when one of them went to prison, you think the other girls was trying to munch on her manufactured coochie on the yard? Like, do you think she was real popular? She probably was real popular. But anyway, so the Clermont twins got mad at City Girls because they felt like y'all copying our style. And so I'm going to show you the Clermont twins pose together, and then I'm going to show y'all the City Girls pose. And so the Clermont twins felt like, are we on your mood board? No originality. You're copying us. You got this from us. And we want our credit. Now, my whole thing is to the Clermont twins, I know you've had a lot of plastic surgery and I know your head has been souped up a lot, but you guys did not invent a pose. You didn't invent posing like that. You didn't invent, tooting your ass up in the air. You didn't invent plastic surgery. You didn't invent wigs. You didn't invent none of that. You invented your face and your body. That's what you invented, right? And so like that pose has actually been around for a long time. Your body's just the ones that's new. That's a little different, right? So you know how like you had a car, your body, and then you put like aftermarket parts in it. Those parts are new, but the car itself, the engine is still old as hell. So I'm just letting you know, just because you guys put on spandex heels and a pink wig and climb on top of one another, you guys are not the first, nor will you be the last to do that. Maybe the City Girls was inspired, maybe they were not. They went back and forth on Twitter about this. The City Girls said, what's up? It is what it is. Clermont twins said, look, we gonna talk about it online, and it is what it is. So I just feel like, what y'all gonna do at this point? Is y'all gonna throw hands or no? When you get that much work done to your face, can you be out in these streets fighting like a funky hoe? Because I just feel like it would just mess all your whiteness that you didn't pay to construct on your face. Why do everybody think they own everything that they do? You are not the first ones to do that. that. You guys didn't start that. Somebody told you to get in that position. I'm sure y'all have been in that position many times. You know, these twins give me they done screwed the same man at the same time. And that's intriguing, somewhat attractive, and nasty too. Like, it gives me incest. It gives me I lick my sister's coochie when I'm bored. Like, that's what it gives me. I'm just saying, this ain't nothing about the city girls. So this is about the Clermont twins. Like, you can't tell me they ain't smashed a few dudes, a few sugar daddies together. I would be surprised to hear that they didn't. But anyway, with that being said, city girls been getting dragged all day. Young Miami been getting dragged all day, and apparently none of them got enough time on their hands or enough D's to suck to not be paying attention to what people got to say about you. I'd be damned if I have the money that they have, or maybe the lack thereof, and I have time to get online and argue with you fools about what I do and what I post. Anyway, moving right along from that, gotta talk about Joe Budden. We got to talk about Joe Budden. All right, let me check on y'all real quick. Thank you guys for the donations. Yeah, y'all said they probably screwed each other. I can absolutely believe that. And it's all allegedly, but I'm just saying. Oh, somebody said they Caribbean too. No, they Caribbean? No. Oh no. Well, they cats now. So, all right. First things first, Joe Budden is somebody that also has been getting dragged over the past weekend and, of course, today. So Kevin Hart actually took to his radio show or podcast over there on Sirius XM to respond to the whole Joe Budden situation. And according to Kevin Hart, Joe Budden firing Roaring and Mal on air, Joe Budden treating them the way that he did, Joe Budden wanting to act like King Dingaling over there, Joe Budden not sharing with his brothers the money that was in a pot that was coming in, Joe Budden throwing his brothers away like they really are just expendable like that. Kevin claims that this shows a lack of leadership, and this shows that something is missing within when it comes to Joe. And I'm like, well, you know, Kevin, you got a point, because you know all about like effed up leadership, because wasn't you the one that was finna fight your trainer boss on a plane after you got drunk and was drinking that tequila when you told him that if it all ended today, he wouldn't have nowhere to go, and he ain't got no job, and he ain't got enough built up. Like, I'm just saying, you know all about bad decisions with your employees, because when that private plane landed, you told Nico to hurry up and go ahead and get in a private car, because Lord knows if you was gonna get your ass beat by the man that trains you, and that is a whole foot and a half taller than you. As a matter of fact, his foot is bigger than your damn head, and you know he's about to put his foot all up in your ass. See, your trainer had even told you he was gonna kick your ass, and then he fell asleep, and you thought he forgot, just like when your mama said she gonna beat your ass, and then she go to work and she come back, but she been festered on that shit all day, so now she really ready to lay into your ass. And that trainer was ready to lay into your ass when that plane landed, and you thought you was gonna escape, and you barely did it, because you apologized and was shitting and pissing your pants, because you, not that you was gonna get beat up, you've been beat up many times before, but you damn sure didn't want to get beat up in front of your wife, because after you get beat up in front of your wife, there is nothing more you can say. You might as well give her the penis, because you got a pussy at that point. You can't raise your voice to her, you can't demand no sex, you can't do nothing. All the bass in your voice is gone after you get your ass beat in front of your wife. And so I'm just letting you know, Kevin, you know all about poor leadership as well as being a poor husband, because a lot of your shit has leaked in the media too. These are two older black men that struggle in the area of marriage, relationships, as well as workplace environment. Okay, now, with that being said, moving on from that, let's talk about this shit I actually want to talk about now. Let me move this over. Okay, cool. Joe Budden and DJ Olivia Dope at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to just get right to it. DJ Olivia Dope, who used to be on Joe Budden's podcast that is called See the Thing Is, right? So when you go to Joe Budden's channel, you can actually type it in. It was a podcast with three ladies, Bridget Kelly, another light-skinned lady, and then Olivia Dope here, right? And according to Olivia Dope, she says that she was sexually harassed by Joseph. And after being sexually harassed by Joseph, she decided to quit the network, and she is finally coming out and telling everybody what was going on. She finally feels comfortable to now, and she was very shaken up about the situation. And so I'm like, sexually harassed, like, I'm like, I mean, we ain't seen nothing evident like that on camera, so it's got to be behind the scenes. But let me explain. So apparently on this episode here, I went and I went and watched it, all right? It's the episode from January 19, 2021. The list is closed, all right? I went and watched it. So when you go to that episode, before they take it down, skip to the 13-minute mark, and you're going to see edits at 13:41, and then you're going to see another edit at 19:29. I didn't have time to watch all 2 hours, but I wanted to get the gist of what I was seeing. Here's what happened, apparently. Here's the context. Joe Budden, along with the girls, are talking about their relationship off of the camera, right? So Joe was saying how we have a working relationship, but I don't really talk to you guys outside of this. And then Joe was saying how that when you have women that work for you, you pretty much got to be they nigga, and you pretty much got to lead them. And I gotta disagree with that. When you have women work for you, you don't need to be they nigga. You don't need to be their daddy. You need to be their boss. They're BOSS. Not trying to have SEX with them. Just BOSS. Be their boss. That's it. Give them leadership. You give them leadership, not dick. That's it. I don't know why that's so hard, but of course you're part of the industry, and in the industry you take dick before you do anything. And so as the girls are talking, the two light-skinned girls have somewhat established a relationship with Joe outside of the show, but Olivia, who just so happens to be the only dark-skinned one, and I'm gonna tell you why that matters in a minute, she has not engaged in no kind of personal relationship with him outside of that show. She said it and he said it. And even as Joe was speaking to Olivia, he kind of sounded like he was surprised and halfway offended that Olivia was not engaging in any kind of personal relationship with him, that she did not text him outside the show. She did not call him outside the show. She ain't gave him no coochie outside the show, pretty much is what he was saying without saying it. Now, according to Olivia, she felt like, I'm a black woman in a working space. I want to be as professional as possible, and I have to make it known that I am not going to screw you. And Joe felt like that when you dealing with a black man, all your guards should be taken down. And I said, wait a minute. Not the man that had the woman, the Afro-Latina, that don't know she Afro, that said that black men treat the Latinas better. Not him telling a black woman, an actual black woman, that black women just need to trust black men when they work with them. What? So ladies, I want y'all to know, Joe Budden is telling y'all that as a black woman, when you go into a workspace, if your boss is a black man, all your guards should be taken down. And I think that's probably like the stupidest shit I've ever heard. But in that conversation, you will see the video skip at 13:29, and then it's 13:41. Then it skips again at 19:29. And according to Olivia Pope, in those skips that they took out, they edited out because it's all pre-recorded, Joe was saying how much he wanted to F Olivia. And he had actually said that I've been waiting to F you since I hired you. Not only that, after Olivia quit, Joe then went on to go to his podcast and have a conversation where he says, I don't hire women unless I want to F them. And so basically he has already confirmed the shit that Olivia has said, that he was sexually harassing her. He wanted to F her. She then felt completely uncomfortable with the situation. She quit the next day. She had her attorney send Joe Budden Network a letter. The girls, her friends, her co-hosts on the show, they did not respond, but they spoke to her a week later, but they still got to kiss Joe's ass, so they're not really gonna take her side and stand up for her. And I'm sitting back looking at this and assessing this whole situation like, why was he so fixated on her? Why did he want her so bad? Why did he want her? Because she wasn't giving it to him. That's why, number one. And number two, in this industry, they feel like if you are a dark-skinned woman, you're supposed to be a slut anyway. Look how they did Foxy Brown. Look how they did Lil' Kim. Look how they do them. And if you ain't putting out, you gotta get out. They feel like that's just how you supposed to be. Cause who are you to turn me down? I'm trying to figure that out. It's just you know, and maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but optics are everything. She's the only dark skinned woman on the show, and she had class and poise, and she wasn't trying to F you at all. And he just couldn't believe it. Like a lot when it comes to a lot of these colorist men, they cannot believe if you are a dark skinned woman and you actually have wits and class about yourself. Because I guess they've been told all their life everybody with dark skin is a slut. So that's how they proceed and how they move. Okay, so I actually want to show you guys a quick clip here. This is the same episode where Joe allegedly sexually harassed DJ Olivia. Just take a look.
Look at this family affair.
Did y'all see that hug? Did y'all see the hug and twist? Hold up.
Look at this family affair.
I'm gonna show you one more time.
Look at this family affair.
That's from the same episode. Now, as you guys see, she gave him the church hug and he gave her the bump and grind like we was in our 8th grade school dance. And so at the end of the day, Olivia's saying that this man pushed up on me verbally, but pushed up on me. I felt very uncomfortable and I had to get out of there. And why did she get out of there? Because she knew if he got his eyes on you like that, it's just a matter of time before you're caught in a weird position with him and you ain't really got no choice but to give him no snatch. And that's just how this industry is. I look, it's all allegedly, there's no guarantee, but I don't think the girl lying. Why would she have to lie about that? You see the edits when you go to the video, so something was edited out at least twice. And then she quit, we know that, and then you see the little dancing hug that he gave her. Now, I do have to tell you guys this before, let me put that back up. Wait a minute. I do have to tell you guys this. Before he actually said to her that I've been waiting to F you since I hired you, he did ask, is this a safe space? So he was asking, is this a safe space before I sexually harass you? And I know that Joe may be a little bit new to being a boss, but that's not how safe spaces work. A safe space is for your employee to be able to let you know when something is going on, not for you and your employee to get it on. Just saying. So anyway, that's that. Joe hasn't responded to that yet, but I'm sure that that story won't be going away. And if it wasn't her, I'm sure there are others. All right. She's not lying. She did good to run. That hug wasn't that serious. It looked it to me. She not lying. I believe her. I agree. Working his hips. Yeah. Joe was gyrating on her. Look, everybody gonna look at something and interpret it a different way. But when you are in a workplace, it's never professional to tell your employee, I've been waiting to F you since I hired you. As a matter of fact, you should not be talking about screwing your employee in no kind of way. Now they do talk about love and relationships, and so the discussion of sex is gonna be in the air. And you can't sue him for that. But when you cross the line, you didn't ask her out, you weren't nice about it allegedly. You said, I've been waiting to F you since I hired you. That's harassment. While she waited to come out to now, well, there is proof. Just get the original recording. Yes, and that's why I said allegedly. Because the parts that she's talking about, it got cut out. So we don't know unless it gets subpoenaed. It's her word against his. I'm building a story, but I'm letting you know. I believe it. Let's see. All of this kind is confused with this new vibration. Is getting ready to show all the stuff going on with Joe and his co-workers. Yeah. Gloria said it was disrespectful. Yeah, by the way, for the next 3 minutes. No, I give y'all 5. Okay, no, 4. For the next 4 minutes, put your questions, comments in the chat here. And actually, while we're doing that, guys, I'm actually thinking about dropping a YouTube course or like a YouTube book to show you guys how to actually like take your YouTube to the level that you want it, how to increase subscribers, views, and things of that nature. So if you'd be interested in that, let me know in the chat too. It's just something I've been thinking about. Okay. If he would do that, then he would do something else. Reese said, thank you, Storm, for having common sense and work ethics. Okay. Kristen Banks said, why is he on a podcast anyway? He was on that particular episode, I think, from what I gather. Like I said, I didn't have time to watch all 2 hours, but I watched like from minute 13 to 20, close to 30. He was on there to talk about their dynamics off of the podcast, and they had conversations about Clubhouse. It really, to be honest, it really wasn't nothing that interesting that they were talking about, to be honest. But some spicy got cut out twice. Let's see. Who effing care why she coming out now? Ooh, okay. Did you hear T.I. and Tiny will be charged in LA? Yep, I did hear about that. So I'm going to get off of here and then I'm going to do that story too. So I'll either go back live or I'll just pre-record the video and put it up. Let's see. Sebi Diva said, I used to watch until she left. I agree. Shay J said, do it. Teach Sensei. Okay. I love Storm because he speaks the truth. What image you Tristan got? He claimed the baby ain't his. She claimed he tampered with the DNA test. Somebody lying. Hook him up to a lie detector test. Let's see. Storm talk about what's happening in Gaza. Oh, no, I can't. YouTube policy. I can't. I'm sorry. Storm, did you hear about Monique Samuels? What's going on with Monique? What's going on with Monique? Y'all let me know. What's going on with Monique? I'm gonna give y'all 2 more minutes before I get off here, and then I gotta load up about I gotta get ready to talk about T.I. What's going on with Monique? Monique Samuels. Blood work. You need to get your podcast. Look, I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about. I do conspiracy. I do entertainment. What the podcast gonna be about? Joe went on there because they said he wasn't promoting their podcast like the other girls. Oh, okay. They talked about them promoting their podcast and really, putting in work. Okay. But it still wasn't talking about shit. All About the Tea reported her cousin was... Oh, yes. Her cousin, unfortunately, her cousin was killed. I don't really want to talk about that on YouTube because that's sensitive. That's her family. If y'all want to get into the conspiracy part of that, if y'all trying to say this woman made like a sacrifice or something, I don't think that's true. I don't. Every crime that happens is not Jakuma Tati. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I'm telling you that. Let's see. 30 more seconds. Let's see. I had a typo, Storm. I was saying if you do YouTube courses, that's probably better. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm glad y'all open to it. Can you make a video about what? No, I can't talk about Israel. I can't talk about Palestine. I am so sorry. I won't even talk about that on Patreon. That block is so high, I can't even take the chance of somebody taking a screen recording of that video from Patreon, keeping it, and like playing that shit years later when I'm trying to do a deal. When it comes to that particular topic about that, I can't touch it. I am so sorry, but I can't. Anyway, I'm off here now. Let me figure out what's going on with T.I. All right, love you guys so much. And before we head out, though, I forgot. No, I didn't forget. I gotta play y'all a little something before we head out, if I can find it. Shit load up now before I go. And do. Nope, that ain't it. This is it here. And it should download. All right, cool. So anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.
Got questions? Talking to one of the world's top 10 psychics ought to help. Dr. Linda Salvin is amazing with an uncanny ability to clarify your issues and bring you quick and accurate answers and predictions. From the White House to the homeless, Dr. Linda has helped thousands over more than 2 decades on her national radio show, by phone, in person. When you need answers, Dr. Linda lights the way. Book time with this gifted healer and clairvoyant now. Visit lindasalvin.com or call 888-509-1077. And you can bring Dr. Linda's metaphysical healing home with her spirit-filled candles, Wicks of Wisdom, where pure essential oils and elements are powerfully released through her proprietary rituals to assist you in love, legal, career, finances, health, and more. Wicks of Wisdom work. See them and order yours at lindasalvin.com. Always fun and accurate, Dr. Linda's visions bring you solutions. Call 888-509-1077.